Hi everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with the Spellbinders Glimmer Hot Foil System Glimmer of the Month kit for November. Now, what's great with this one is its sentiments, and its holiday sentiments. Excuse me. So you have sentiments like making spirits bright, Merry Christmas, no peeking, just a lot of great sentiments. So I'm just going to choose a few, and I'm going to set them up onto my Glimmer. I have that heating up on the left hand side, and I'm going to use this embossing folder. Now this embossing folder is no longer available. This is an oldie but a goodie. But I just wanted to dig into my stash. It's going to add great texture. And then I want to come in with white pigment ink. So this is 3 different ways that you can, if you want to use an embossing folder, you can use an embossing folder. And how you can apply ink to that, or how you can make that look different. Now, I chose colored cardstock. I chose blue, red, and green, as you very well can see. So one way to put the white pigment ink on is just on the edges. Looks like a window. For the red, I'm just taking my mini ink blender and I'm just scraping along the top. I'm not adding pressure because I just want the ink on the top of it. So it's almost like we took a piece of sandpaper to this piece of cardstock so that we just have the white sitting up on the top. And again, it's a different look. For the green, I'm going to add a lot of the white towards the top, and I'm going to variegate coming down. I'm going to get lighter in my pressure as I come down. And then this way I have a variegated look on the background. So again, you don't necessarily need a background stamp to create a background. If you are somebody that's a fan of the embossing folders, this is something that you can do with them. Just to give the different feels for each of your cards. So of course I've got white ink somewhere that I shouldn't have. You can see it on the blue. Just trying to sit there and I'm thinking, okay, how can I get rid of that? Well, you know, we'll just cover it up with the sentiment. That's what we're doing. So I'm going to be cutting my strips of my foil, and the foil that's in this month's kit is silver. And I'm going to lay that over my sentiments, and here they are. And you can see I chose Twinkle and Shine, You Made the Nice List, Merry Christmas, and I'm just going to trim these with my scissors. And then once they're trimmed, we can even cut these panels differently just by setting the sentiment in a different spot. You're going to have a different look for your card. So you'll see that I don't use all of these, and that's okay because I'll save them for future cards. But I'm just trimming them down. I like the font that they come in. It's a very basic font, to the point. You know, it's not scripty. So these are great to add to your stash. I'm still, even though I did use a black cardstock with the silver foil, I'm still going to use my white pigment ink to go around the black panels. I think this will just help accent that black cardstock just a little bit. I'm going to add my double-sided foam squares that I've cut down, and I'm going to then set that and cover up that white spot that I got there. Yes! And we'll set that right in place. For the red, I'm actually, what also comes with the set for your Glimmer, Glimmer of the Month kit, are banner dies. So it does come with 2 of them. One with fishtails on both ends, and this one just has angles. So I use that to cut the section out between my cardstock so that I knew where I would put my sentiment. Again, I'm going to come in with the white pigment ink on all the sides of that black cardstock. I have my card base here, and I'm going to set my panels down using my liquid adhesive. I will have to trim these once I'm done, but that's not a problem. And then after I get this last one centered, or settled, I should say, I'll come in with my shears just to trim that off so that it's even. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll be using my double-sided foam squares to prop up the sentiment so that I can set that in place right into that white strip. I'm going to make sure that it's centered, and once that's done, we will move on. Matter of fact, I think I remember I forgot to put the blue on a card base, so I'm going to do that now. Yes. And then once that's set, then we'll go to the green one. But I am going to do the same thing. I'm just going to trim off the sides just to make sure that it is even. For this one, I'm simply going to put the sentiment right at the top, right where the most of the white pigment is sitting. I'm going to be a little bit more heavy-handed when it comes to the white pigment going on to the black as well. I'll remove the release paper and get that set in place. I get a little crooked here, but thank goodness I didn't press down. I'm able to lift that up and just get that a little bit straight. Same thing onto a standard A2 size card base. Excuse me. And then we are all set. So if you are a subscriber, you will absolutely love this. It's a perfect addition. It will cover all of the sentiments that you will need. So I'm sure that you will enjoy it. For those of you that have not subscribed, make sure you check it out if you're interested. They have all kinds of club kits, and they'll be linked down below as well. But these are the 3 cards that we made using the Glimmer Kit of the Month for November of 2019. I do hope you enjoyed the projects that we made today. And you can see that this is great for something that you would be producing in a production line. So that's something to think about as well. As I said, all the links will be down below in the video description, whether it's to the gallery, their blog, their shop, inspiration, and so forth, along with some of the other products that I used. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for stopping by and just taking the time just to take a peek at least at the video. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell because you don't want to miss being notified of the next video being live. I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope you're enjoying it. But remember what's most important for me. Always be creative.